I'd like to call this meeting of the Princeton City Council to order. Clerk, call the roll.
Mayor Mabry.
Here.
Councilmember Newman. Councilmember Gomez.
Here.
McCall.
Here.
McCransky.
Here.
Would you please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we're going to go into a public comment period. We have public comment period at the beginning of the meeting as well as at the end. If you'd like to address the council, we'd love to hear from you. You just come to the microphone and state your name. And if there's no one here for that, we'll do it again at the end of the meeting. Okay, we're going to go ahead now to the minutes of the regular council meeting.
I move that we approve the minutes from the regular council meeting on March 4th, 2024 as presented.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments about the minutes? Seeing none, clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Gomez.
Aye.
McCall.
Aye.
McCransky.
Aye.
Mayor Mabry.
Aye. Thank you. Now we'll go to invoices with City Clerk Pete Nelson.
For this period, in the Department of Accounts and Finances, we have invoices totaling $96,173.76. In the Department of Streets and Public Improvements, we have invoices totaling $119,807.67. In the Department of Public Safety, we have invoices totaling $220,326.58. And in the Department of Public Property and Utilities, we have invoices totaling $694,689.93 for a grand total of $1,130,997.94. Mayor, all council members present have confirmed their reviews of all invoices and now are submitted for disposition.
We approve the invoices as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any questions or comments from the council? Seeing none, clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Gomez.
Aye.
McCall.
Aye.
McCransky.
Aye.
Mayor Mabry.
Aye. Thank you.
Next on the agenda, we have the second and final reading for Ordinance O-24-003. This is an ordinance authorizing a power sales contract and capacity purchase agreement with the IMEA. Mayor, all council members have reviewed this contract and ordinance, and it is submitted for disposition.
Move that we approve ordinance O-24-003.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any questions or comments from the council? Seeing none, clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Gomez.
Aye.
McCall.
Aye.
McCransky.
Aye.
Mayor Mabry.
Aye.
Next, we have ordinance O-24-004. This is an ordinance authorizing the sale of personal property no longer necessary for operations of the city of Princeton. This is the second and final reading. Mayor, all council members present have reviewed this and submitted for disposition.
I move that we approve ordinance O-24-004 as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments from the council? Refresh your memory, that is we have a nice used bucket truck, and we have some Christmas lights, and we got a 3-point type hitch for a truck. So I'll go ahead and then clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Gomez.
Aye.
McCall.
Aye.
McCransky.
Aye.
Mayor Mabry.
Aye.
Next on the agenda, we have Resolution R-24-005. This is a resolution authorizing the sale of real estate at 717 North Euclid Avenue, as it is no longer useful to the city of Princeton. Mayor, all council members have reviewed this resolution, and it is submitted for disposition.
I move that we approve resolution R-24-005 as presented.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions from the comments from the council? Teresa, do you want to add anything to that?
I guess the only interesting piece to add to that is with the property appraised for with the house there versus what it appraised for after the house was gone. It's exactly the same. So
Okay.
Interesting.
Great.
So no, it'd be great to get that sold and off our hands. So
Great. Absolutely.
And thank you to the street department and Eric for tackling that project. It was the first time they'd done a tear down, so.
And good training,
see 'em.
good training on their part too.
Yep.
Good. Very good. Okay, clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Gomez.
Aye.
McCall.
Aye.
McCransky.
Aye.
Mayor Mabry.
Aye. Thank you, Pete. Now we go to the city manager report.
Just real quick, there's 3 items listed there. One's the fire pension report for January 24, and a couple of catch-ups on the financial reports from Lauterbach for December and January. As I had mentioned in the previous meeting about the budget, if you go to page 9 of the hotel motel page, it'd be about the 3rd page from the back of your packet. It was just interesting to look at that December for the hotel motel. We got a huge spike for this year, and that's what I'm talking about on really having to stay on top of them to make sure they're getting their payments. But we're also seeing the short-term lodging coming in. We've got 18 units registered now, so that's fantastic to start collecting. Again, it's not a huge amount but from them, but it can certainly add up with that many of units. We are at about, for January, most of the expenditures are spent at about 80%, which is pretty spot on to where we need to be at this point in time. Only other things I would add for my report, just to make an announcement that Eric Elberg was promoted to street and sanitation foreman from cemetery, so we are in the process of replacing his position as the cemetery foreman. And then we are conducting interviews this week for the planning and zoning administrator position.
Anything else, Teresa? No. Okay, very good. And Teresa, to add to that, with Eric Elberg, when Eric took over for the cemetery departments, both Elm Lawn and Oakland Cemetery, we had a lot of great compliments from people that went through the process of unfortunately burying a loved one. Eric did a really good job handling the situation in a compassionate way, and I know that he's got a mentor out there that he's mentored for a while that he can do a good job as well. So congratulations to Eric Elberg. Okay, now we're going to go to the mayor's report. If I could, Pete, I didn't ask you in advance on this, but if you could, let's talk, Pete, if you would, about the celebration coming up with the California Zephyr, please. That's tomorrow.
Okay, Amtrak is celebrating the 75th anniversary of service between Chicago and San Francisco, California, tomorrow. And they are going, the California Zephyr makes one inbound stop and one outbound stop at Princeton every day. So on the outbound stop at 3:44 p.m. tomorrow, anybody that would like to go to the depot and welcome the California Zephyr and commemorate its 75th anniversary is welcome to do so. Keep in mind that this is going to be a 2 to 3 minute celebration, assuming that they're on time, because particularly if they're not on time, they're going to want to hightail it out of the station as quickly as possible. So they're going to pull in, we're going to rah-rah, and then there's 1 or 2 dignitaries on the train that will get off and say a few words, and then we'll send them off. What's that?
I said they'll be here a half hour. That it was dignitaries.
Yeah, well, we don't want to hold them up. We don't want to be the cause of them getting late to California. So it's quite an achievement for 75 years of that commemoration of that service, and Amtrak just wanted to. They're going to do something all along the stops between here and San Francisco. So it's an interesting thing. It doesn't happen every day.
That's great. Well, thank you, Pete. I appreciate that. Tomorrow is the primary election in Illinois, so get out and vote. The polls, I believe, open at 6 a.m. and go to 7 p.m., so make sure you vote tomorrow, please. Now we're going to go to the Positively Princeton segment of the mayor's report. This evening we've got 2 guests here tonight, actually 3 guests, and we're going to invite Monsignor Cruz up with Ashley Gray. They're representing the St. Louis Catholic Church, and they have a program there called the Magi Baby Chest. Right? So please come up, and I'd like to hear the story about that great, worthwhile program. We'll put you right behind the podium there.
Okay.
No sermons tonight.
No, sir. Good evening, everyone. Councilmember, I'm Monsignor Cruz. I'm the pastor of St. Louis Church here in town. And I'm happy to have with us.
I'm Ashley Gray. I'm the assistant director at the Magi Baby Chest.
So in the summer of 2022, I was praying and wondering how our parish could, in a very concrete way, reach out to families in need, especially to help those with young children. And so I started to come up with an idea of opening a free baby supply center. And over the next month, I hammered out some details with our director, Jessica, who couldn't be with us tonight. And we came up with a name called the Magi Baby Chest. The idea is that, drawing from the scriptures where the three wise men visited Jesus, who was an impoverished child, that the Magi lavished him with great gifts and helped out the family in their time of need. And so I kind of stepped out in faith, and I announced to the parish in late August that I was going to be opening the Magi Baby Chest. And its first day of distribution would be October 1st. So we had about 1 month to get it all set up. We use a couple of the rooms in the now closed St. Louis school. And those rooms, the Magi Baby Chest, we make available to anyone in the community, regardless of their economics. We don't try to see are they impoverished or anything like that. Anybody can come, and we help anyone regardless of their religious background, affiliation, their race, their gender, all of that, lifestyle. We don't care who comes. It's open to anybody. We even have some grandparents that shop for their little grandchildren. And the first time we opened was that October 1st, and we were happy. We helped 15 people, and we thought that was great. And in all my planning, I thought we were going to max out at about 50 families, 50 people that would come. Well, the word kept spreading and kept spreading and spreading even more. And I think we maxed out at 167, and now we're averaging about 150. We do a distribution once a month, and it is funded exclusively by donations from the parish and the wider community, also some businesses in town, and they donate either actual baby supply things, of new diapers or new clothes or whatever, or we accept financial donations. And then once a month I go shopping there at Walmart or on Amazon or whatever, and maybe you've seen me there carting out some huge overloaded carts of baby supplies and all of that. And then we get it all set up. It's Ashley and Jessica's job to get it all set up. And it's like a little boutique. Everything in the Magi Baby Chest shopping room is all either new things donated, new things purchased, or new things that have been handmade, like blankets and those hooded towels and things like that. Then we also accept a lot of gently used items, and those are out for people to take. Now, the operations of it, I wanted from the beginning for it not to be a free handout sort of thing. I wanted to uphold the dignity of families taking care of their children, and so we asked for a modest donation, $5 per participant, and they have the $5 ready to go. They want to give and help and support. Of course, we don't turn anybody away. And it's just a little way to show that they're not just getting a free handout. It strengthens their dignity. And then they go into the baby chest room. They're given a certificate that has these coupons. It's kind of like an inventory control idea, because I got the idea, will somebody come in and take all of the size 2 clothes and then nothing's left? So it's a way that we limit what they get, but also allow them to choose what they need. Do they need to, in a sense, spend more on diapers or clothes, or save some of their little coupons so then that next month they might get a car seat or whatever else? And it just keeps growing and growing, and has been tremendously supported by the members of the parish and also the wider community, some of the other local churches in town, some of the businesses. Most of the people that we help are here from the Princeton community, or from 10-15 mile radius around town. But to my surprise, we've had people come from Davenport, come from Peoria, Rockford, in the collar suburbs of Chicago, and just people coming all the time. And they share their experiences. Once I was interacting with a young woman, maybe she was like 19. We don't ask a lot of questions. We don't care. We just want to be radically hospitable and help people out. And this young woman, you could just see kind of the terror in her eyes and all of that. And we're just pouring things on her and, hey, how can we help you? And she said to me, no one has ever helped me. And I heard that and I thought, yeah, we're doing the right thing. Yes. We're helping this young lady out. And I don't care if somebody comes and it might help them with stretching their budget so then they could help with the rent or with the utilities, or maybe just take the kids out for a pizza that month or something. Like I say, we don't check their credentials at the door for what their financial need is, and so many other stories and everything. But we're expanding. We've got to grow, because our waiting room, people will line up starting at 7 a.m. We don't unlock the door until 9, unless it's cold. And then they got to jam into this little room and wait. So we got to expand, give it a little bit more room, let them have a little more room for their shopping and accommodate more people. And so I wanted to come tonight. I'm very grateful to the mayor for letting us come and speak, to talk of this truly worthwhile project, this outreach that's in our town. It's affiliated with our parish, but it very much is a town thing with the assistance we get from the donations and things. But with our expansion, we also have to reach out a little bit more. So I just wanted to offer a little bit of time for Ashley to speak about some of our big plans we have for more fundraising and our expansion.
Yes. So I was also going to just share a few other direct quotes that I thought were interesting from families that have come in. They said, "This is amazing. I'm a mom of 4 and you have no idea how much this helps." Like Monsignor said, someone said, "No one has ever helped me before. This is not what I expected. Your generosity and love have been wonderful. God has sent you all to be our angels. Thank you for helping all the parents that you do each month." So it's great to hear that. And some interesting numbers since we opened. We've given out 200 cans of formula, 1,312 total baby food items, and over 25,000 diapers, and 1,200 packs of wipes. So we've given out quite a bit. And we are also hoping for next February to be doing a Valentine's Gala. So we're going to be planning that with a committee that we just started, and try and have a big fundraiser because we're growing and needing that. So I have a donation guide also and some flyers that if you want I can leave them here or pass them out.
Put them on that table there, it'd be great.
Okay, yeah, if anyone wants more information about it. Thank
we
you
open
very
to
much.
questions or no? Or
Yes,
was it
council or the audience, any questions or comments? Marty?
I know about it.
You know about it.
I get to hear about it. It's a great program.
And if ever you want a tour, we can make that happen. All right. Please tell your friends. Again, everyone is welcome, and we're glad to be able to help the community and all of those in need. So thank you.
We have a little presentation for you. Why don't we put those on the table there? And as on behalf of the city council, we have a gift bag here for you with all sorts of goodies, diapers, and Jessica, all the good things we need for babies to keep going. You're welcome.
We'll have that out for our next one in early April.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. So, Positively Princeton, good stuff. And to go along with that in a more somber manner, we have a presentation that's going to be this evening. I'm going to read a proclamation, and then we're going to have Nancy Gardner come up and speak on behalf of the Daughters of American Revolution. The proclamation involves the 50th anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War, and Nancy's going to elaborate a little bit more about that. And I'm going to read this proclamation. It's just a little lengthy, but it's very humbling when you read how this was put together. So here we go. If you just kind of clear your mind here for a second as this is read. It says here, the National Vietnam War, on National Vietnam War Veterans Day, we honor all those who bravely served in the Vietnam War and who sacrificed, as did their families and caregivers, on behalf of our nation. For almost 2 decades, Americans raised their right hands and committed to serve and defend our Constitution as uniformed members of the United States Armed Forces during the period of our country's history called the Vietnam War. Throughout the years of the war, 9 million Americans earned the title of United States veteran. Today and every day, we honor their bravery and commitment and give thanks to a generation of Americans who valiantly fought in service of the country they love while recognizing the continuing impact on so many veterans of the Vietnam conflict, along with their families, caregivers, and survivors. We will always remember those we lost and honor those who came home. In 2012, our nation launched a 13-year-long commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War to ensure that every veteran, family, caregiver, and survivor impacted by the difficult years in the Vietnam War understand the gratitude of our nation and for their sacrifice. Every service member of the Vietnam generation should know that their sacrifices mattered and that their service made a difference. The names etched in the wall of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial remind us of our loved ones who gave their all and never came home. To the families, caregivers, and survivors of the more than 58,000 service members whose names are memorialized in the black granite, we pledge to never forget the eternal sacrifice of our loved ones and what they have sacrificed for our nation. To the families of the over 1,500 service members who remain missing and unaccounted for, know that our nation's efforts to bring them home will never stop. We pledge our steadfast care and support to our Vietnam veterans, as we do for all veterans. We are honored of their sacrifice and the obligation that they have given to their country. And to each of the 6 million Vietnam War veterans who are with us today, we honor your service for all that you have done for our nation. I, therefore, Raymond Mabry, Mayor of Princeton, Illinois, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution and the laws of the United States, do hereby affirm this nation's commitment to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War, which began on Memorial Day, May 28, of 2012, and which will continue through Veterans Day of November 11, 2025. I call upon all Americans to seek out and extend the nation's profound gratitude to each of our Vietnam veterans and their families and caretakers during public ceremonies and programs throughout the country. Signed, Ray Mabry, Mayor. So what we'd like to do now is we're going to do 2 things. If we could, we'll have Nancy come up, please, from the DAR. She's going to elaborate a little bit more about this ceremony. And what we'd like to do, though, together, we're going to go ahead and recognize the Vietnam veterans that are in the audience today. And you could be a Vietnam veteran that served in combat or served during the Vietnam War, because as we say, for every soldier that's out there or Navy person that's out there in the front line, there can be 4 other soldiers and Navy people supporting them. So if you would, please, we'd like to have you stand if you were part of the Vietnam era war as a veteran, please. And John, you're one of them?
Yeah.
Yep, please. And we got Bob Davidson. And is there anyone else? So let's give them a round of applause.
And I would like to say to both of you gentlemen, thank you for your service and welcome home. Well, Ray pretty much said everything I had to say, but I just want to say that in 2008, the Department of Defense was empowered to present a program that would honor the 50th anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War actually did end. The last person left, the last American left, the last American that we know of. We still think there are many Americans left there. But the last plane left on March 29, 1973. 1 year ago was the actual 50th anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War. So we have chosen March 29th as National Vietnam Veterans Memorial Day. And to that end, we have asked, the Princeton, Illinois DAR has asked Mr. Mayor Mabry to proclaim March 29th as Vietnam Memorial Day. So, and also with that, the Princeton Public Library works with the Princeton, Illinois chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution to put a display out every year. So I really suggest that this next week that you stop into the Princeton Public Library and see the beautiful display that Margaret Martinkus always puts together for us every year. So of the 9 million service people that were in the entire era of the Vietnam War, we only have 6 or 7 million left of those people. And it is our duty to honor those gentlemen and ladies as often as we can. So, and thank you very much.
Discuss one more thing, right?
I am. Good. There's one other thing I wanted to discuss, and that is that the Princeton, Illinois, the National Society of Daughters of the American Revolution is getting ready to celebrate our 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And that will be on July 4th, 2026. So we are planning programs for the next couple of years in order to bring that to the attention of the public. We already have one going right now. At the Bureau County Historical Society, we have a program called Our Families, Celebrating Our Families and Our Patriots. We have chosen of the nearly 400 women who, from Bureau County, who joined our chapter since 1896 when we were chartered. We have chosen 16 women. We have chosen one woman from each decade since 1896, plus our founder and our real daughter, who actually did have a father who fought in the Revolutionary War. So we take them and they're patriots. And their patriots are, some of these women you'll recognize their names. The names are Lovejoy and Skinner and Heck and Stevens. And that some of these women you will not recognize their name, but between them and their patriots, they have given such honor and such sacrifice to our country and our city. So the patriots, they fought at places like Bunker Hill. They were with George Washington crossing the Delaware. At the surrender of General Burgoyne, they protected the Liberty Bell as it was taken from Philadelphia to Allentown, Pennsylvania. It was what they had done to protect our country and to save it and to proclaim its independence. We even have a signer of the Declaration of Independence and that. So we have our display will be going from now until the end of May. Every Friday and Saturday from 1 to 5, except for Easter weekend, and we will take that weekend off. But please come to visit us and see the beautiful Princeton Clark Norris home at 109 Park Avenue West, and take a look at the beautiful home and our wonderful display of our daughters and our patriots. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I need to go back because we're doing share night. Princeton, Illinois, Daughters of the American Revolution are doing share night at Culver's tonight. And I took a little time off to come here. So I better get back or I'm going to be in trouble with the other gals. So.
And they're serving till 8 tonight?
They're serving till 8 tonight. So come out and have some ice cream. So we'd love to see you guys. So.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to go to old business. Is there any old business this evening for the council? Is there any new business for the council? Seeing none. Is there any additional public comment? Would you like to make a comment, anybody in the audience? Okay, very good. Now we'll go ahead, if you don't mind, Mike.
I move that we adjourn tonight's meeting, reconvene next city council meeting will be on Monday, April 1st, 2024 at 6 p.m. at the city.
Motion and second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Gomez.
Aye.
McCall.
Aye.
McCransky.
Aye.
Mayor Mabry.
Aye. This meeting's adjourned. Feel free to stay around and talk to your council members if you'd like. Thank you.